Step into the mystical world of ancient Egypt, where sacred texts and enigmatic incantations promised safe passage to the afterlife. Etched onto delicate papyrus scrolls, these writings reveal a civilization obsessed with immortality and the divine. From the celestial voyages of the sun god Ra to the solemn duties of Anubis, the jackal-headed guardian of the dead, these ancient spells weave tales of otherworldly journeys and cosmic judgment. At Real World Channel, we're unraveling these haunting mysteries, exploring how the Egyptians believed they could transcend death itself. Prepare to be captivated. This is a story of faith, ritual, and the eternal unknown. Papyrus scrolls, windows to the divine. In ancient Egypt, papyrus, a paper-like material crafted from the pith of wetland reeds, was the canvas for sacred knowledge. Found in the lush Nile Delta, these scrolls preserved incantations, hymns, and stories that guided souls through the afterlife. Unearthed by archaeologists, texts like the Papyrus of Ani, written around 1250 BCE for a scribe from Thebes, reveal intricate hieroglyphs and vibrant illustrations. Measuring 60 centimeters long and 42 centimeters wide, this scroll contains spells to honor Ra, the sun god, and ensure a soul's safe journey. These weren't mass-produced texts. Each was tailored to an individual, a bespoke map to eternity. One spell, a hymn to Ra, describes his voyage across the sky on two divine boats, Menjet, the boat of the morning, and Mesektet, the boat of the night. The text speaks of Ra sailing through the heavens, anchoring among the stars, docking in a realm of gods and hidden lands. Some interpretations, as we've discussed in prior videos, suggest these boats were not mere river vessels, but metaphors for celestial travel. While certain sources claim they hint at extraterrestrial encounters, we remain skeptical, as such ideas often lack concrete evidence. Instead, these vivid descriptions likely reflect the Egyptians' poetic vision of divine movement through a spiritual realm, a belief system rich with symbolism. Ra, the sun god's eternal cycle. Ra, depicted as a falcon-headed deity crowned with a solar disk, was the heart of Egyptian cosmology. Revered as the creator who rose from a primordial mound in the chaotic waters of Nun, Ra was believed to be reborn each morning, sailing across the sky in his solar boat. By day, he inspected 12 celestial regions, one per hour. At night, he descended into the underworld, battling a monstrous serpent to ensure his rebirth at dawn. This cycle wasn't just cosmic, it symbolized life, death, and renewal for every soul. A spell from the Papyrus of Ani invokes Ra's power for the deceased. May your soul rise with Ra on the Menjet, dock on the Mesektet, and forge your path among the stars. You shine at dawn and dusk, your light unseen by mortal eyes. This incantation, pulsing with hope, promised the soul would join Ra's eternal journey to a divine realm in the east, often called Punt. Scholars debate Punt's location, perhaps near modern Somalia, Sudan, or Eritrea, but its mythical aura as a land of gods suggests a spiritual destination beyond geography, a place of reverence and mystery. Anubis, guardian of the dead. While Ra lit the heavens, Anubis, the jackal-headed god, guided souls through the underworld. Known as Ampu or Inpu in ancient Egyptian, meaning royal child or to decay, Anubis was the patron of mummification and funerals. Emerging in the first dynasty, c. 3100 BCE, he was initially the son of Ra, later linked to Osiris and Nephthys. In the myth of Osiris, Anubis mummified his father's dismembered body, restoring him to rule the underworld. This act cemented Anubis as the protector of the dead, ensuring their bodies and souls were preserved for eternity. Depicted with a black jackal head, Anubis's color symbolized rebirth, not decay, reflecting the fertile silt of the Nile and the darkened hue of mummified flesh. His sacred animal, the Egyptian jackal, was believed to guard tombs from scavengers. Priests wore jackal masks during mummification rituals, embodying Anubis to sanctify the process. In the weighing of the heart ceremony, Anubis balanced a soul's heart against the feather of Ma'at, goddess of truth. A heart lighter than the feather earned passage to the field of reeds, a paradise of eternal peace. A heavier heart, laden with sin, was devoured by Ammit, a fearsome beast, condemning the soul to oblivion. The weighing of the heart, a cosmic trial. The Book of the Dead, a collection of spells, details this judgment. Souls entered the Hall of Two Truths, confessing their purity against 42 sins before Osiris, Ma'at, Thoth, god of wisdom, and Anubis. The heart, seen as the seat of emotion and morality, determined one's fate. A spell declares, "I am pure, my heart is light, I stand before Osiris unblemished." This ritual, vivid and solemn, reflected the Egyptians' hope for redemption. Anubis' role was pivotal, not just a guide but a judge, ensuring only the worthy reached eternity. Some texts, like a papyrus from the New Kingdom, describe Anubis emerging from a lake of fire unharmed, rowing Ra's boat to carry ancestral spirits. While some sources interpret this as evidence of interdimensional travel, we approach such claims cautiously, as we've noted in past videos. The lake of fire likely symbolizes purification, a spiritual threshold rather than a literal portal. The Egyptians' focus was on spiritual transformation, not sci-fi phenomena, though the imagery fuels modern fascination. Temples and tombs, Anubis' sacred spaces. Unlike other gods, Anubis had few grand temples. His worship centered in necropolises, like Saqqara, where a vast catacomb held nearly 8 million mummified dogs and jackals, offerings to honor him. At Abydos and Sinopolis, his cult thrived, with priests tending mummies in his name. A notable shrine was found in Tutankhamun's tomb, where a jackal statue guarded the treasury, symbolizing Anubis' protection. These sites, often mud brick mausoleums, underscore his role as a guardian of the dead, not a deity of opulent worship. Time travel, or spiritual metaphor. A striking passage from a papyrus attributed to a scribe named Winnis hints at temporal mysteries. "I am Ra, I travel unseen. I am yesterday, seen by millions of years. I am Lord of eternity, passing through the gates of heaven. I open paths for rebirth, dwelling in splendor." This text from the Pyramid texts, c. 2400 BCE, suggests a fluidity of time, with Ra transcending past and present. Some interpret this as evidence of ancient knowledge about time travel, but we lean toward a symbolic reading. The Egyptians viewed time cyclically, tied to Ra's daily rebirth, not as a linear path to manipulate. As we've explored in other videos, claims of ancient time travel often stretch beyond evidence, yet the poetic depth of these texts invites wonder. A legacy of mystery. Anubis, with his fearsome yet protective aura, embodied the Egyptians' obsession with the afterlife. Modern depictions often cast him as sinister, fueled by pop culture's love for the macabre, as seen in films and books. Yet to the ancients, he was a benevolent guide, ensuring souls reached paradise. The incantations, from Ra's hymns to Anubis' rituals, reveal a civilization grappling with mortality, crafting spells to conquer the unknown. At Real World Channel, we're drawn to these ancient words, not for fantastical claims, but for their profound insight into human hope. The Egyptians believed their chants could bridge life and death, guiding souls through cosmic trials to eternal peace. Whether facing Ra's radiant boat or Anubis' solemn scales, their legacy challenges us to ponder what lies beyond our final breath. This is a story of faith, mystery, and the enduring quest for immortality.